Okay. Hello, dear friends. Good evening. Such a beautiful, beautiful evening. So this is Chinese New Year time, and also it's been a long time. I heard people suggesting that I do Chinese mythology. So recently I went to library in our school library and borrowed some books, and yeah, it's very interesting. And also I search online. There are wonderful stories. They are so good. They are so good that to the degree that I feel so inspired to try to tell the story. So let's start from the very first one. I made a website from Google site, Chinese mythology, so that this website is mostly for myself to collect my thoughts. It's kind of my presentation, is kind of my trace of thought, the stories, and in a chronological order or logical order. So first one is the creation, how the world is created, how the sky created, how the earth created, something like it, and then how people come here, 女娲造人, how human were created, and then the disaster and the flood and rebuild the world, things like that. So the first one is 盘古开天. Pan, his name does not really have a meaning. For example, how do I say does not have a meaning? In Chinese, each character has a meaning and together make up a new meaning a lot of time. For example, my name, Hai Ying. Hai is sea, ocean. Ying is bird, hawk. So my name can be translated into seagull or sea hawk, something like it. So that's each word has a meaning. But PanGu, Pan means a plate, a bowl, and Gu is ancient. So these two, antique, ancient. So these two words, I do not know if there is a meaning behind it. Let's just take it as a person's name. The kind of makes sense. PanGu is from the old time and starting from the very old time, very antiquity time, if you think that way. So this story is PanGu, the primordial god, open the sky and create the earth. 盘古开天辟地. 开天, 开 means open. Open the door, open a box, 开. 天 is sky, open up the sky. 辟地 is, 辟 is kind of a stomp, stab, and consolidate. 地 is earth, the floor, the earth. So here is the story. So the universe, or the multiverse, the world, at the very, 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 very super duper duper super very beginning time was a huge egg. This is Chinese mythology. I think in Indian mythology and in many Egyptian mythology, Sumerian mythology, everything is starting from something, right? Start from an existing thing, not really like a Big Bang theory from nothing, bang, suddenly there is one thing and start to expand. And the Chinese mythology used to be an egg, a huge egg. And inside this egg is dark and chaos. And we say it, 混沌. 混沌is, it's just try to hear the sound, 混沌, 混沌, right? It's not very clear, crispy sound, like my name, 海英, sharp, 坚定, or those words, those sounds, 中国, those sounds are very crispy, clear. And 混沌, it's as if your tongue is inside your mouth and not moving, right? That is exactly what that state is. It's a chaos, it's a moody, mushy, and runny, foggy, and dusty, this kind of a bowl, a big egg inside. It's a little bit like egg, you shake, 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 become omelette, and like that, you make omelette and you shake the egg. And but it's much dirtier, a little bit like pollution. And I think if you are in California, Canada, you see this mountain fire, the fog. After the mountain fire, the smoke, it's a little bit like that. So the world was like that. And inside, there was one God stayed inside. And his name was PanGu, the primordial God, the creation God, the Chinese creation God. His name is PanGu, and he was inside this big, huge egg, and he had nothing to do. He just slept there. He slept for 18000年. So 18,000 years. So he was stayed, he had a big nap or big sleep inside for 18,000 years. And he was sleeping there and just sleep, 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 and never wake up until one day he woke up. Anyway, if you sleep forever, then you have no life, right? So he woke up and he stretched his arm. He felt, ooh, this is a little bit suffocating. It's not cool, not fun. And he had to be curled inside the egg. So he started to move around, and he started to move, to push. And for some reason, he had a hammer. That is quite an imagination, right? At that time, there was already hammer. Let's just imagine. He had a hammer, so he bang, 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 knock here, bang, 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 knock the door, bang, 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 who's there, bang, 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 who's there? Nobody answered because he was the only person in this whole wide world. So he knocked, and he knocked on the eggshell, and then the eggshell. And then inside, he just used his knife to make some 武术, make some kung fu panda kind of jumping, and that foggy, mixy 混沌 start to separate. 清气上升，浊气下降。清 is clear, 气 is air. So clear sky, clear air start to raise up, and dusty, muddy, dirty air start to go down. So it start to separate. It's a little bit like you shake a bottle. After some time, the sand goes down and things start to separate. So 清气上升，浊气下降, and the upper part, the clear part, become sky, and the heavy part went down, become the earth. So, but these two parts, they attach each other. It's a little bit like in Greek, in Egyptian mythology, Gap and Nut, the two heaven and earth, God and goddess, they like to combine together. And it's shu, I think shu to blow them open, the air to break them open. In Chinese mythology is the same thing. You need to separate. So PanGu start to stand up. He used his arm and the shoulder to push, a little bit like Atlas, the Greek mythology, Atlas, to hold the universe, to hold the sky, to hold the cosmic universe. So he pushed the sky, and on his foot he stepped very strongly so that the sky and the earth separate. So he push, and the first day, 1 1丈. 1丈 is about 1 yard, 10 yard. Let's make it simple. So every day it grows 10 yard, and another day, second day, another 10 yard, then the third day, 10 yard more, fourth day, 10 yard more. So every day it grows, incremental growth, just slowly, gradually, every day, not exponentially grow. It's just incremental, every day plus every day. It's I think it's algebraic increase. One is geometric increase, algebraic increase. Yeah, 数学. So it just increase in the same pace every day. And and PanGu, he himself, the primordial god, he grows as he pushed to the sky, step on the floor every day, 10 yard, he grow 10 yards tall. Another day, another 10 yards tall, and until 18,000 years. That is 100. 10,800 丈. 10,800 丈. That is 180,000 yards. Anyway, it's just a very, 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 very tall, very long. The sky opened, and the sky and the earth became stable. The sky hung there, and the earth stayed there. Yeah. So that is the starting point of it. And PanGu, he has done his job. He had a fun run. He had a good run of his life. And then, boom, he was too tired. He was exhausted completely. All his energy was used up in pushing the sky, in growing up. Now he had zero reserve in his energy. Only the one more energy spent will be deficit, right? So he died. Boom. And then he died, but he did not disappear. His body parts became the world we are now. So he took a big breath. 呼吸, 呼吸. So his breath becomes wind. Makes sense, right? And his way of talking, his voice, hello, 马上过来呗, became thunder. And his left eye became the sun, and his right eye became the moon. His body, arm and legs became mountains, rocks, and his blood became river, ocean, the fluid. And his muscle became the fertile, big, beautiful, fertile, abundant farmland. And his bones, bone marrow, his bones became the mineral reserve. And nowadays, gold, silver, and rare earth mineral is becoming so very important, especially for the battery, for the electric cars battery. They are so rare and important. So that's the bone of PanGu. And his hair, body hair, his hair in his chest. I do not have hair. I think Asian does not have that much hair, but still he has some hair. His hair became the grass, the trees. So that's how Chinese mythology started, how the world is created. Okay, here we have a few words I would like to explain. 混沌, because this couple of days, Chinese New Year, I'm making 混沌. 混沌, it means, in here, it means foggy, musty. And in Chinese, 混沌, north of China, in Beijing, 混沌is a kind of dumpling. And this kind of dumpling is not like 饺子, the dumpling, one round piece, ravioli, that you put the filling meat or vegetable inside, and then you push on the edge, make it a little bit like, how do I say, like a half circle, half sphere shape. No. 混沌 is different. You roll the meat, you use a pair of a square skin, and then you put the meat in and roll it, and then push the two edge up. You actually only the two edge up. So the Chinese, or in Chinese, in Beijing, in north of China, or at least in my way, 混沌 means a little bit foggy, a little bit soupy. I think that's the reason that 混沌 usually have soup, has it's not the boiled dumpling, you take it out with nothing, but 混沌 is a soup with it. Kind of makes sense because it's not very clear. It's everything together. And 混沌, this word, if you order dumpling, there is a 混沌, there is 饺子. 饺子 is the dumpling that boiled, and 混沌 is usually come with a soup. And this word, in my language, in Beijing, is 混沌, and in Shanghai, I think it's 门腾. 小馄饨, oh no, 小馄饨, 小馄饨, 小馄饨. I'm not so good at pronounce it. It's 馄饨. It's more or less like it. And in Cantonese, it's 门吞, 云吞. Write it down, 门吞. And in Sichuan, they have a special kind of spicy dumpling soup. They call it 抄手. 抄手, 抄 is, it's hard to explain that action. It's kind of the two hands putting together in front of you. I usually do this when I am cold. I put my hand into my sleeve, two hands. So you can see it's a hand in hand. Your left hand, right hand, right in front of your chest. That kind of an action, because the 馄饨, the 抄手, that dumpling's shape is like that. You put the two hands close together. And Chinese dumpling in northern part of China, in my part, usually they are, how do I say it? It has much less filling and less filling, thinner skin, less filling, because you want to have a soup. It's mostly to drink the soup, 馄饨汤. And in Sichuan, they have this 抄手 dumpling, this kind of dumpling, and boil it, and then with red hot chili pepper oil floating on it, completely red. I was very afraid of it. I cannot eat that much spice, and especially oil spicy. Yeah, so that's the word connecting with the primordial stage of Chinese mythology. Does this make any sense? Thank you very, very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do. Okay. If you are not sound asleep up to now, maybe you can let me know if you like I tell this kind of video or not. I am thinking maybe I print it out. Some friends say that they like to see you read a book. Well, I do not do reading book video now, because if I read book, there is copyright, and I just do not want to get into those troubles. And but if I make this book, if I print it out, I can print it out, my writing, and I get the information from books, from stories, from everything, and from online, and connect them together. And then if I print it out, that is also reading a book, right? Do you prefer that way, or do you prefer voice over? I promise I will not make effort to please you. I will only make effort to please myself. But hearing your opinion does help me. Does this sound really selfish? Because my YouTube channel or our community is kind of a hidden secret, right? We are a gun of GANG, gun of hardcore, that our secret circle. And every time you say, Hai Ying, you do whatever makes you happy. And only when you are the happiest, at the best, your video can be right. So I make sure that I like to do this video, and I enjoy doing this video, and I do. And at the same time, I am interested in hearing your opinion. Question number 1, would you like voiceover or printed book? You do not mind? 3 choices. Voiceover, number 1. Number 2, printed book. Number 3, I don't care. Anything. Just let me know. Yeah. And if you want to hear this story like this, I will continue and adding my modern, what do I say, modern analysis or modern time, contemporary or modern time parallelism, something that I connect so that easier for you, for people to understand. And also it's kind of fun to just expand a little bit of my imagination and expand my way of expression, right? Okay, I will stop here. Thank you very, very, very much. I love you. I really do. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Goodbye. Bye, 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 bye.